Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Thursday, August 27th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner and I make these daily videos so we can all stay on a purpose-driven path, living one day at a time, doing those things that are really good for ourselves, taking excellent care of our bodies, and saying nice things to ourselves, because you know what? We have to take care of ourselves first before we offer help to anyone else. So thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time, all the information about me is down below in that diddly-do box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website. Or you could email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. I promise I will. All right, today I'm working with, I know I can't stop using this deck. I love it. It's Gregory Scott's new deck, just released, Gregory Scott Tarot, and all the info is down below. I think you're going to love this deck as much as I do too. All right, general reading for all of us, okay? Our first card today is the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, look at this guy. He's being lifted up by these angelic beings by just pulling him out of his mundane world. Magic is happening. This is a card about magical events that are happening today. Now, if you are struggling with the mundane, the ordinary, you felt inspired yesterday and now you're feeling back into your drudgery, you're doing the same old thing again, call on your angels. These look more like fairy people, like the fairies, like the Disney Tinkerbell sort of thing, coming by and just lifting this person up, like he just can't hardly, he's not even on the ground. His feet are in the air. And that's really exciting, especially coming from a Cups. Now the Cups card, the Cups suit, all the words sometimes get jumbled. The Cups represent the water signs, and the water signs are Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio. So if you have water in your chart, this might be especially true for you, but it really is the invitation to come out of any sort of murkiness and allow that magical moment to unfold. And you might be saying, well, there is no magic in my life. I'm here alone by myself in my house all the time. Well, the invitation is to allow the magic to come in. So we all know that song, Got to Believe We Are Magic, right, from Xanadu. I always recommend watching Xanadu if you're not feeling the magic, because somehow that movie got made, and that was a miracle, right? Magic and miracles were certainly at work there. How else could that movie have ever gotten made? But it's about, my movie reviews will come later. But it's so uplifting, that song, that Olivia Newton-John song is really so uplifting. And it's true. It is about believing in the magic. It is about, yesterday we talked about turning that over and really embracing your spiritual practice. And it is through our spiritual practice when more and more miracles are allowed to unfold. And I can't even tell you how many miracles that have happened in my life just through the simple power of prayer. So this is an invitation for you to remember or recall a magical moment where, you know, one of those magical stories where you wanted to go, say you wanted to go to a workshop and it was like $1,200 and you didn't have any money, and somehow you ended up being a volunteer and you got to go for free, or things worked out where there were just miracle events unfolding. So the invitation here is to stay open to miracles. And sometimes that might require a mental reset. So a mental reset is simply going back into that meditation practice and releasing all of those thoughts that have been tying up our brain waves with nonsense, rather than allowing more magic to come into our lives. And there is something about believing, so questioning and asking yourself, do I even really believe in magic or in miracles? Absolutely. Remember when miracles worked for you and how perhaps your prayers might have worked for someone else. All right, our second card today is the Ace of Wands, and look at her. She is like flying down the road. Wands represent the fire signs, so this will be especially true for those of you who are of fire, and those signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, of course. And I love how I love all the color and light in this card. This Ace of Wands is all about having creative energy, about having an abundance of energy, of moving forward. And maybe some of the weather is broken for some of you who have had some extreme heat, where you really feel like you're ready to get out there. Maybe you're ready to start exercising outside again, or perhaps you're able to really just allow yourself to go on that creative discovery of what this new project is for you that's coming up, this new life you're creating for yourself. So she's about fire energy, but with so much light that it's illuminating the path so that you can see easily the colors of the flowers coming forward. So again, a great day for you to be, I'm really hearing today is the day to get ready, to get ready. Ready to get ready, get ready to get ready. And getting ready, oh, I'm spoiling that part, because our final card, our final tarot card, is the Emperor card. And he is all about building, planning. Do you see he's got his hands on some blueprints right there? He is all about being visionary. And when I say getting ready to get ready, it's about having the energy to lay out some new plans for yourself of how you want your life to unfold, where you can stand in your confident circle. Look at how confident this guy, another ginger. This guy loves the gingers. I love a ginger. Listen, he is in love here with these gingers. He is so confident holding his blueprints. He's got his hand there. It's already in writing. He's like, it's already written down. So take that abundance of energy that you have today and put it through your thoughtful plans for the future. And there's got to be a big dose of magic, because we don't know how anything's really unfolding these days. Things have been kind of kooky. So it's about using this energy, allowing for the magic to unfold. Well, what's holding back magic? Well, a lot of times what holds back magic, not black magic, back your magic and your miracles, is being overly involved. Now that might seem, now this guy is involved. He is very involved in these plans, and he's written out some very clear plans. But if you are stuck in the muck of some icky old emotions, the cups representing the water signs, waters representing the emotions, it might take a little magic to pull you out of that muck. But it is remembering, remember the power of our imagination to go back to joyful moments, miraculous moments. I remember one miraculous moment where my car, the Volkswagen camper, was dead on the side of the road, middle of nowhere, Nowheresville, small road in Idaho, traveling by myself. And I just really, literally just went into prayer and asked for a miracle. And wouldn't you know it, she started right up. I mean, it took a little while of prayer, but I only tried it once after the prayer. So sometimes it does pulling out of the muck so that we're able to be visionary for our own futures. Visionary in the sense of, you know, I like to think about the visionaries of New York City. I'm a licensed New York City tour guide, or at least I was until COVID. And one of the interesting things about New York City is that, like, below Houston Street, right, everything below Houston Street is a part of the old world of New York. And it was just like crisscross streets. It didn't make any sense. And then in 1812, now think about 1812, that's not even very long, you know, after people started moving in. Manhattan Island wasn't even populated yet. They had the vision to lay it out on a grid so that anybody coming from anywhere could understand the language of that city. That was visionary planning. So to be visionary in your own plan, those people in the 1810, 1812, when they were coming up with this vision, weren't thinking about how it was going to work out for everybody in the next couple years. It was like for the long term. Okay, so think about your long-term vision. That's the invitation today. All right, our final card today comes from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. You guys know how much I love this card. Down in the doobly-doo, it's all the info. All right, we have the number 2, the beautiful divine yin. So this yin energy, this looks like it's in contrast, but it's not in contrast. This yin energy, which means the divine feminine, is about staying receptive, staying open, staying in that divine flow, allowing yourself to be open and follow the cues that come up. Maybe you thought you were headed down one path, but the information that keeps showing up in your mail or your email box or the people who are responding to the ideas you're putting out there are very different. It's following the yin energy. That is the divine feminine. And the divine feminine, listen, the divine feminine, being receptive does not mean not being active. I mean, come on. Who's more active than women? I mean, in the traditional roles of caregiving and taking care of the house and feeding the family and, it sounds like drudgery to me, but you know, to a lot of people that's the role and they enjoy it and they love it and that's wonderful. But this yin energy means following that, that's the ready to be ready. So let's say you know that you are going to be downsizing your home at some point. Start today with the purging and the work on one project to clear out the space so that you can be ready for when it's time to pack up what you do want to have. That magic that needs to flow through you is being in that divine impulse by being conscious. What did I write down? Oh yeah, calculated receptivity. I wrote that down. That was like calculated receptivity. What does that mean? Calculated. Being focused on a goal and a future plan. Calculated doesn't have to mean, you know, mischievous or anything. It's being thoughtful and methodical. Start purging your wardrobe. Summer's almost over. You know you didn't wear that top at all for the last 2 seasons. Why are you keeping it? Just ask yourself those questions. Why am I keeping this? Get ready to get ready. And that's divine feminine around the house. That's just a way to be an example. But you'll know what to do to be ready to be ready. Make space for the miracles to happen. And making space means uncluttering our minds and our thoughts and our areas and allowing that space, the time and space to unfold. Sounds like an exciting day. I do love it when these Ace of Wands show up because they're always so full of so much energy. They've got a lot going on and they want to share that energy. So embrace that. Be joyful in your energy as you're moving forward. And especially if you are prone to being in the divine masculine role, which might be always plotting, working, staying open in the divine feminine role is a way for you to be in that flow and allow things to unfold in God's time. Because really, I mean, who's in charge here? We can only do so much. All right, that's our reading for today. If you're one of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I love hearing from you. I love the comments. I do my best to respond to everybody, and I'm just so grateful you're here. Remember, if you are doing a lot of extra work, drink a ton of water. Just stay hydrated so that you can really be good to your body as you're moving this energy and staying open to what's showing up. Miracles happen. They always do. Stay open to it. All right, my dear. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.